Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to learn the flare from the sitting position. This is a cool little trick that, well, basically you can just flare out of nowhere. That's kind of cool, right? You're just sitting down and chilling and you bust a flare. So why not use this? Obviously for this one you need to have a decent flare, like you can do a couple of rounds with ease. Really helps if you can do like freeze to flare or windmill to flare, something like that, because you use a similar push with the hands. So let me explain it. So when I normally whip a flare in from standing, I'll try to do it extremely slow, and let's see that this leg actually kicks circular and not straight up. So it's not going like that, right? That's straight up, but it's kicking in the same direction as my body, like that. See, it makes that little circle. And actually we're going to use that now. So when I'm sitting down, I place my hand on the floor and push down very hard so my body lifts nice and high. At the same time, I kick this leg in that circular motion, so it's like this, right? This will actually sort of allow me just to flare from there, right? Because that initial whip will already kick you in the flare together with the push, right? So once you do that and you basically get to this position, right? You kick here and then your leg goes towards your shoulder, just like the normal flare. You start kicking the other leg, but because you kick this one first, it's already in front, really similar to how you normally would whip a flare, right? So in this one you have less speed and power as your normal flare. So what's quite important that as you place this hand on the floor, you push down with your body so your hip actually lift, and try to kick quite hard with this leg towards your shoulder. Like maybe you already do that normally in your flare, but some people just hold their legs wide in a flare. That's fine, but in this case it helps really to kick your leg hard, because it will hit, your hip will go up a little bit. And basically in this combo, of course, because you come from sitting down, you're actually lower. That's why I said, well, when you can do freeze to flare and windmill to flare and those kind of combos, it's a similar feel in the push. The trick is to push down quite hard with this one. As your hand gets on the floor, you push really hard with this one as you kicks, right? That will lift your hip quite nice and high. And basically from there, it's all about just continuing your flare or going to another move from there. Going to the windmill is always cool, always clean, right? Especially if you feel like, whoa, my flare is kind of slow. Now I have to really struggle to continue the flare. Well, what I personally always do is just drop into a windmill. So that sort of resets the move. And from the windmill, you can bust back into the flare. But take a look. I'll kick this leg very hard as I push towards this position. And then as this leg is in front of the other leg, I start kicking this leg like the normal flare. So this, that, and I'm in a flare. See that? So very, very easy in a way. Once you have a decent flare, you can easily do this. Then, you know, maybe like now we're just sitting down, like you can use it like that, right? Just chilling, just talking, boom, bust a flare. That's nice. But what I always suggest is, you know, use this stuff in a creative way, okay? Maybe you're sitting on your butt for a reason, right? And from there, bust a flare. So that's what I suggest, you know, use it how you want. Don't use it if you don't like it. But it's quite cool if you're just chatting, right, with your friends and boom, you bust a flare out of nowhere. See you next time.